You're going to love this. Trust me.
Hey, what up, Dragon Ball junkies? It's your boy Josh. Today, I'm bringing you another Dragon Ball Super Card Game video. We're going to be talking about the red card reveals for the upcoming set 15 from the Dragon Ball Super Card Game, Saiyan Showdown. I know I'm a little late on this, and I know probably a lot of people have already done videos on these, and they've been reviewing them over like the whole past week. But I like to wait until all the cards of a certain color have been revealed before I go over that color, so I don't have to keep making a bunch of really short videos. But there's a lot of red cards that we got to look through, so this is going to be a long one. Strap yourself in, boys, and let's get to it right now. Alright guys, so we're here at the Dragon Ball Super Card Game Facebook page, and I will have the link for this Facebook page down in the description so you can check it out and know whenever new events are coming or new cards are revealed, things like that. But we're going to start looking at these red cards. We've got quite a few of them to go through, so I'm going to try to read fast and we'll get through this. So first things first, we got a new Brawly leader. Brawly, you can't include non-Brawly battle cards in your deck. Auto, choose one red extra card in your hand and discard it. When this card attacks, draw 2 cards. Awaken, when your life is at 3 or less, you may draw 2 cards, switch up to one of your energy to active mode, and flip this card over. Sorry, my computer just fell off the thing. Okay. Alright, so then on the Awaken side, SS Brawly, Demon's Second Coming. Auto, when this card attacks, draw 1 card. If there are 7 or more red extra cards in your drop area, you can activate the Activate Battle skill on a red non-field extra card with an original energy cost of 3 or less in your drop area without paying its energy cost. If you do, send that card to your warp. Activate Battle. Choose one red extra card in your hand and discard it. This card gets plus 5,000 for the turn. So one thing I will point out is this is not... You can't include non-Brawly battle cards in your deck. That means no Brawly BRs. And if you do a quick search on any deck building site, you'll find out that there are not that many Brawly cards, just Brawly cards in the game. There are some new ones that we're about to go through, but even with the new ones and the old ones, you really don't have a lot of choices for battle cards in this deck. You have one choice of secret rare, and there's like, I think there's like 8 different battle cards that you can use. Maybe even less than that. And so I've built this deck already. It's a very extra card heavy deck. Your deck is focused around extra cards, and pretty much the choices of Brawly battle cards that you have to play, you just play a whole play set of them, of 4 of them, because that's going to be your only combo power. It's good that the boss monster Brawly is a 0 cost 5k combo, because if it was a 10k combo for one, it would just be so cloggy. Your hand would be so clunky because you'd have so many extra cards. You don't want any 1 cost 10ks. Your super combo choices, I think there's 1 or 2 super combos, and they're newly released in this set. So just so you know, I have built this deck. I will be testing it out and putting a video up of it, but for now, let's keep going through these cards. And we have, oops, okay, we have the 6-drop, the boss monster, SS Brawly, Brutality Beyond Measure. He is a 35k, which means the secret rare Brawly can go on top of this guy. It's good that they made that, and he's a 0 cost 5k combo, like I said, so you don't have to pay energy to combo him at least. He's Deflect, Double Strike, permanent. If your opponent has 3 or more energy and you have 5 or more red extra cards in your drop area, reduce the energy cost of this card in your hand by 3. So he's basically going to be a 3 cost because you're going to get those extra cards in your drop really quick. Auto, once per turn, choose 1 card in your hand to discard it. When you activate the Activate Battle skill on a red extra card with an original energy cost of 3 or more in your hand or drop area, switch this card to active mode. If the card you discard with this skill is a copy of this card, draw 2 cards. Then choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards or unison cards, ignoring barrier, and it gets minus 35,000 power for the turn. So that's really good. He could essentially be, because doesn't he do something to restand? I just said it. Yeah, something makes this guy restand. we'll see it in a second. But yeah, he's essentially a 35k double strike. He can kill anything, ignoring barrier. So pretty good. All right. Then we have a 1-cost Brawly. So these all get used in that deck. You pretty much have to use them because they're the only battle cards you can use. Auto, when this card is played from your hand, draw 1 card. So it's a cantrip. It's a 0-cost 5k combo, 4k power. Activate main for 1 red and 1 any color. If your opponent has 3 or more energy, there's a red field extra card with energy cost of 2 in your drop area, and you place this card in its owner's drop area. Play up to 1 red Brawly card with an energy cost of 4 from your deck, then shuffle your deck. So if you watched my last reveal video, they're making a reprint of Brawly Counter Reversal. That's a 4-cost Brawly, and there's also one more 4-cost that they revealed here. We'll see it in a second. So one of the new extra cards, 0-cost the Demon Awakens. Activate main, limit 1, burst 1. If your leader card is a red Brawly card, and you send this card from your drop area to your warp, add up to 1 card from your life to your hand, so it's a self-awakener for you for free. Choose up to one of your, or activate battle, choose up to one of your cards, and it gets plus 5,000 power for the battle. Now remember, that Brawly skill lets you activate the activate battle card of extra cards in your drop for free. Activate battle is not the same as activate battle, activate main / battle. So if you have anything that says activate main / battle that's red, you can't use that. That's something that they just talked about. They put out a Q&A or something about it. Some Earthling stuff. So they're going to have like Monster Earthling archetype, which they came out with in set 7, and we've got some support for it in this deck. Videl Encountering Danger, 3-cost, 1 specified red, 0-cost 5k combo, 10,000 power. Counterplay. You can't activate counterplay skills on other cards this turn. Play this card. If you have a red unison permanent, if you have a red unison card with a specified cost of 3 or more in play, you can activate this card's counter skill from your hand without paying its energy cost. Auto, Spirit Boost 1. If your leader card is red or a heroine card, when this card is played, choose up to 2 of your opponent's battle cards and they get minus 20,000 power for the turn. People are saying this could be used in cooler. Pretty much anytime something comes out that can minus stuff, people want to use it in cooler. So, this could minus 2 cards, 20k, and you would mill your opponent for 2 if you were using it in cooler. Cooler is a red blue card, I believe. Then we have a leader, Son Goten. When this card attacks, draw 1, auto, or awaken. When your life is at 4 or less, you have a red unison card with a specified cost of 3 in play. You may draw 2 cards, add cards from your life to your hand until you have 6 life left, then flip this card over. Pretty generic red card. SS Goten Kamehameha Miracle. This is on his awakened side. When this card attacks, draw 1 card. Activate main once per turn. Spirit Boost 1. This card gets plus 10,000 power until the end of battle or the end of the turn, whichever comes first. And if you removed a marker from a red unison card with a specified cost of 3 or more using this skill, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards with 15,000 power or less and KO it. So it's got some removal. Activate main if your life is at 3 or less. Play up to 1 red Son Goku card with an energy cost of 1 from your drop area, then negate this skill for the game. Interesting little leader. I don't know if I'm going to be playing it. This is the unison for that leader. You could use other ones, but this one is the one they're releasing for it. SS Son Gohan Kamehameha Miracle. Activate main for 2 red. If your leader card is a red Son Goten card and your opponent has 2 or more energy, play this card from your hand with 2 markers on it. Okay, so you can play it out for 2, but it is a 3 specified, so you can get it out a turn earlier, and it works with your leader. +1, activate main, draw 1 card. Nice. Lets you draw cards. Unisons that have +1, draw 1 are always great. -2, activate main, choose up to 2 of your opponent's battle cards, and they get minus 15,000 power for the turn. Okay, so some minusing. Probably won't be used in cooler, but I mean, I guess you could. SS Son Goku Kamehameha Miracle, the 1-drop. When this card is played from your hand, draw 1 card. Cantrip. Activate main, 1 red, 1 any color. If your leader card is a red Son Goten card and you choose this card and one of your unison cards and switch them to rest mode, draw 1 card. If you have a red unison card with a specified cost of 3 or more in play, you may have one of your leader cards get plus 15,000 power and triple strike until the end of a battle or the end of the turn, whichever comes first. Interesting. So if you used this and you didn't swing with anything, then the triple strike would drop off. But I don't know why you would do that. But your leader can get triple strike with that. That's pretty good for 2 costs. Now we have more of the Brawly cards. So these are some of the Brawly extra cards. This card is amazing. I put 4 of this card, and actually I think I cut it down to 3 just to keep. There's so many extra cards in the deck. You need some battle cards, so I had to pump up my battle card numbers. So I cut this down to 3, but we'll see the deck later. But Gigantic Meteor. This card's crazy. For 3 energy, 1 specified red. If your leader card is a mono red Saiyan card, reduce the energy cost of this card in your hand by 2. So if you're using the Brawly, you can play this card for 1 energy. And then your leader can play him from the drop. Not play it, but activate it from the drop for free. So this card is this card's gonna be what makes the deck strong. So activate battle, limit 1. So you can only do it once per turn, so it's not too broken. Choose 1. If it's your turn, there's a lot here. Okay, choose 1. If it's your turn, choose any number of your opponent's battle cards that add up to a total power of 30,000 or less and KO them. You can kill 3 10Ks, you could kill 6 5Ks, you could kill 2 15Ks, you could kill 20K and 10K, whatever. Or choose up to 1 of your leader cards or unison cards, and it gets plus 15,000 power and has its skills negated for the battle. Additionally, if your leader card is a Brawly card, the chosen card gets an additional plus 10,000 power for the battle. So if you use your leader's ability to do this, you can plus 25k on your leader, making your leader a 40k. And it has its skills negated at that point. Now we're about to see some other extra cards for the Brawly deck that give cards double strike or critical. Now I'm wondering, if you activate this first, making your leader a 40k, it has its skills negated, right? You could then proceed to activate the other cards and give him critical. Because I think as long as you do this one first, then you could still, if you did this first and it negates his skills, you'd be able to add skills back on. So if you like Champa, or if you use the other extra cards I'm about to show you, then you could have a 40k double strike critical leader. Pretty crazy. But this card's broken. You definitely are going to need it for the deck. It's a super rare. Another extra card. 1 cost, 1 red, the Demon Cometh. Activate main if your leader card is a mono red Saiyan card, and you choose 1 red extra card in your hand to discard it. Draw 2 cards, no problem. You want to get your extra cards into the drop area, so this lets you cycle. Activate main. If your leader card is a red Brawly card, you choose 1 card in your hand and discard it, and you send this card from your drop area to your warp. Play up to 1 red Brawly card with an energy cost of 1 from your deck, then shuffle your deck. I think this is probably going to be the least used extra card. I think I only put 2 of them in, and you may not even want those 2. It does give you cycling, but you cannot use your leader's ability to do these activate mains, so you're going to have to pay the energy cost. It can help you find your 1-drops, which is kind of good, but I run 6 1-drops because I run the new 1-drop that they've revealed, and also I think it's Brawly the Resolute is another 1-drop Brawly card, the one that lets you look at their hand and take out 20k or less, something like that. You could put those in the deck, so you're gonna need those in the deck because just to get your battle card numbers up. And then we have the 4-drop SS Brawly, finishing the job. So this is a second 4-drop Brawly. You also have the counter reversal, which is good because our 1-drop plays out a 4-drop for 2 energy. So it's good that we have a lot of 4-drop choices. Auto, this is 4 cost, 2 specified red, 16k power. Auto, limit 1 for 1 red. If your leader card is a red Brawly card, when you activate the activate battle skill on a red extra card with original energy cost of 3 or more from your hand or drop area, play this card from your hand. That includes that gigantic ball that we just saw is a 3 cost extra card. We're going to see a couple more shortly. Play this card from your hand. So you pay 1. You can play this guy for 1 when you activate one of those extra cards. Auto, when this card attacks, choose 1. Choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards, and it gets minus 10,000 power for the turn. Choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle card unison cards, and it gets minus 15,000 power for the turn. So pretty good. Pretty good. Unfortunately, that's going to fall off if you do it to Unison once you minus them a marker. So I don't know, but you have choices, so it's good. Here's a new super combo Brawly. You pretty much have to play this super combo. I think they released one more actually, but we'll see in a second. But SS Brawly Awakened Attacker super combo 0 plus 10k super combo auto sparking 5. If your leader card is red when this card is using a combo, draw 1 card. Typical basic sparking super combo. So this is for Goten. 4-drop SS Sun Gohan opposing the Demon. 1 specified red, 0 cost 5k, 20k power, deflect, dual attack, blocker. EX evolve for 2 if you have 3 or more energy. Red Sun Gohan Adolescence card with an energy cost of 3. You can EX evolve on top of him. Activate main once per turn. Choose one of your leader cards or unison cards and switch it to rest mode. Choose all of your opponent's battle cards and they get minus 15,000 power for the turn. Looks like that's not leader locked, so that would actually be pretty good for Cooler. Your leader cards, or you choose. You'd have to run a unison. I don't know if they're running unisons in Cooler, but if your opponent goes wide, I mean, you could minus them. You could be milling them a lot of cards with that. That's interesting. Probably maybe it won't be used. I don't know. 3-drop Speed Rush Sun Gohan. So you could evolve that other card we just saw on top of this guy. EX evolve. This is a counterattack. Negate the attack and play this card in rest mode. Permanent during your opponent's turn. Reduce the energy cost of this card in your hand by 1. So it's a 2-cost counterattack that gets played in rest mode. Auto, when this card is played, choose 1. You can either draw a card or choose up to one of your red unisons and add a marker to it. Pretty good. So you can pump your unison or draw a card. It's 2-cost counter, though. But it gets you a battle card out. It's a body, and you can EX evolve onto him. Not bad. We got a 1-cost Trunks Journey's Beginning. Add 1 card from your life to your hand, Self-Awakener. When this card attacks, it gets plus 10,000 power and double strike for their turn. We haven't seen one of these in a minute. They've been doing a lot of new stuff. This is just basic old school stuff. You know, swing, take a life, and you got a 15k double strike for 1 energy. Not bad. Self-Awakener. All right, we got Coco, Dedicated to the Village. 1 cost, 5k combo for 0. Auto, when this card is played, add up to 1 Natate Village Ritual from your deck to your hand, then shuffle your deck. So that Natate is the Earthling stuff and the monsters, Earthlings and monsters. I've never tried that archetype. I'm gonna have to try it out just to test it, just to see how it goes. And here's the extra card it was just talking about. It's a field card, Natate Village Ritual, 2 costs. For 1 red. Field, when this card is placed in a battle area, add up to 2 skillless monster cards with energy cost of 2 or less from your deck to your hand, then shuffle your deck. That's the big dinosaur. You'll see him shortly. Activate main once per turn. Choose 1 Coco card in your battle area and place it at the bottom of your deck. Choose up to 1 skillless monster card with energy cost of 2 or less in your hand and play it. So that Coco, you get this, then you play this, you put the Coco at the bottom of your deck, and you play out one of the monsters. Extra card for that deck, Monstrous Encounter, 1 cost, 1 specified red, counterattack, choose up to 1 skillless monster card in your hand with an energy cost of 2 or less, play it in rest mode. If you played a card, it becomes the target of attack. People are talking about playing this new monster stuff with the yellow Sun Gohan and Higher Dragon because it plays skillless monster cards also, which is the Higher Dragon, but also if you went red-yellow with it, you could put some of this stuff in there and play the big T-Rex guy, who we will see shortly. So this is our unison for the Brawly deck. Pretty much run 4 of. You could run other unisons because they're not battle cards, so they don't have to be Brawly cards, but this one works for the archetype, so we're going to run this for testing purposes. So it's a 2-cost specified red, 15k unison. If there are 3 or more red extra cards in your drop area, this card gets double strike. Oh, I missed that. That's pretty good. 15k double strike unison, not bad. All right, +1, activate main. Look at up to 5 cards from the top of your deck. Add up to 1 red extra card with an activate battle skill and an energy cost of 3 or less among them to your hand, then shuffle your deck. So all your extra cards, you want them to have activate battle skills, specifically activate battle. I put in my first build, just my first, rough draft build that I'm going to test out, make a video out of it. I put 2 Imposing Presence because Brawly is a red Saiyan leader and Imposing Presence is a really good counterattack It's free counterattack and it minuses, and so I put 2 of them in there. But really, you want extra cards with activate battle skills. There's the Frieza's Death Ball is a 3-cost red extra card with activate battle skill, which you can activate for free with your I don't know if it's called Frieza's Death Ball, but it's one of the one he's doing like this. And anyway, you could do that with this leader for free. So we put that in there. But so the extra card, energy activate battle skill, among them to your hand. So it lets you search out your extra cards. Okay, -2 auto when your opponent attacks with a battle card. So it's a defensive marker skill. Those are always good. When your opponent attacks with a battle card, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards, and it gets -3,000. Is that 3,000 or 30? That's 3,000 power for the turn for each red extra card in your drop area. Wow, that could actually do some serious damage because you're going to have a lot of red extra cards in your drop area. If you have 5, you're doing -15k. So good unison for the deck. All right, then we got Raditz on guard, 1-cost red, Saiyan blocker. Auto switch this card to rest mode. When your opponent uses a skill to play a battle card with the energy cost greater than their current energy, you may choose that battle card and have it get -15,000 power for the turn. Maybe a side deck card for certain matchups against decks that play big, heavy boss cards, cheat them out real early. We have Videl opposing the Demon, 1-cost red. When this card is played, look at up to 7 cards from the top of your deck, add up to 1 red Sun Goten or Trunks Youth card with the energy cost of 2 or less among them to your hand, then shuffle your deck. Activate main for 3, 2 reds specified. Choose up to 1 red Sun Gohan Adolescent card without barrier and with an energy cost of 4 in your hand and play it. All right. That lets you get your Gohan out. And then now we have one of our first 3-cost red extra cards for that Brawly deck. Demonic Blitz, counterattack, limit 1, negate the attack, then choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards and it gets -10,000 power for the turn. Permanent, if your leader card is a red Brawly card, reduce the energy cost of this card in your hand by 1. So it's a 1-cost counterattack, or it's free if you use your leader. Activate battle, choose up to one of your cards, and it gets +10,000 power for the battle. So you can either plus something 10k with your leader for free, or you can pay 1 to counter something. I think it's an aggro deck, so I just put 2 of these, and then I put 2 of the Imposing Presence. Those are the only counterattacks we run in the deck. And actually, now that I think about it, there's no counter plays. You can't play Yamcha the Merciless because he's not a Brawly battle card. So maybe Denial of Hope. I didn't think about that. I don't have any counterplays in the deck. I might have to try to fit like 2 Denial of Hopes in there just to have some counterplay action. Denial of Hope's not a bad card. It doesn't have an activate battle though, so you'd still have to pay 2 for it. But it's a counterplay that's not a battle card. Now we have Demonic Barrier. So this is what I was telling you guys about. It's a 3-cost extra card for the Brawly deck. If your leader card is a red Brawly card, reduce the energy cost of this card in your hand by 2. So you could play it out you'd activate it for 1 from your hand, or you could activate it for free from your leader. Activate battle. If your leader card has 15,000 power or less, choose up to one of your cards, and it gets +5,000 power for the turn. Additionally, if that card is a Brawly card, it also gains critical for the turn. So unfortunately, what I was talking about would not work, because if your leader card has to have 15k or less. So you can't do the gigantic ball to make him a 40k and then do this to give him critical. It wouldn't work. You can't do it. You could use this first. If you use this first and make him a 20k and give him critical, and then you use the gigantic ball, the critical would get wiped off. So you don't want to do that. You're probably going to want to put this on your battle cards. You're going to use this to +5 and give your battle cards critical, and then you use the gigantic ball to make your leader a huge beast. And we got Demonic Playtime, similar to the last one. It's pretty much the same card except double strike. And it gives it draw 1 card, then choose up to one of your red cards, and it gets +10,000 power for the battle. Additionally, if that card is a Brawly card, it also gains double strike. So you could do that. You could do gigantic ball and then do this on your leader, giving you a 50k double strike leader. but you can't give it critical. It wouldn't work. But this one doesn't have that stipulation that you have to have a 15k or less leader card. So you could do this after you gigantic ball your leader, and you'd have a 50k double strike leader. Pretty good for like 2 energy. If from your hand, if it's not from your hand, you could do the gigantic ball for free with your leader, and then pay 1. Now you have a 50k double strike leader for 1 energy. Pretty good, if I do say so myself. More Goten stuff. 2 cost, 1 specified red. SS Sun Goten opposing the demon. Auto, when this card attacks, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards. It gets minus 10,000 power for the turn. And it's a 15k card. Pretty basic. We got a 1 cost vanilla Trunks, 10k. We got a 1 cost Sun Goten, Journey's Beginning. When this card is played, look at 5 cards from the top of your deck. Add up to 1 red Saiyan card with energy cost of 3 or less, or 1 red Unison card, specified cost of 3 among them to your hand, then shuffle your deck. That's your searcher for the deck. And we have a Quick Assist Krillin, 2 cost, 1 specified red, 1 cost 10k combo power, which is odd on such a cheap card to have 1 cost 10k. At the end of battle in which this card was used in a combo from your hand, play this card from your drop area in rest mode. That's why it cost 1, because you're getting to play a 10k blocker after comboing it for 1. So that's why it cost 1 to combo. We have 1 cost Training Buddy Bubbles. 0 Bubbles. 0 cost, 5k combo, 4k power. Auto, when this card is played, draw 1 card, cantrip. Auto +1, when this card is KO'd by your opponent, play up to 1 North Kai from your deck, then shuffle your deck. Interesting. Huh. I wonder what that's for. And now here's our monster. Here's our Natate Village monster, the big dinosaur. This is the second Natate Village monster card we had in set 7 when they came out with this archetype. They have another vanilla Natate. This is just another one, so you could run 4 of him, and you could run 4 of the other one. Now you have 8 Natate Village Monster vanilla cards. They're different set numbers, so you are allowed to run 4 and 4, even though they have the same name, same power. They're both vanillas, same tags. They are different set numbers, so you can run 4 of each. So you could have 8 of these guys. Oh, no. So now we have the special rares and the tournament packs. The special rares, this is the Brawly Boss Monster special rare version. I don't think the picture there is doing it justice. I think that card's going to look amazing. Special rare version. The foil is just going to look sick. And that picture, it's not giving it justice. You can't see the texture. You can't see the gold stamping. But that's the SR we saw earlier in special rare form, so I'm not going to read it because we already have. That's the Videl that we saw earlier in special rare form. I'm not going to read it because we already have. And now we have our red tournament pack cards. So if you go to a local tournament, these are the tournament pack cards you'll get for playing in the tournament, and for winning the tournament, you'll get more of them. This is Raditz Invitation to Battle, 3 cost, 1 specified red, barrier blocker. If your opponent has a Saiyan card in play in their battle area, reduce the energy cost of this card in your hand by 1, so it's a 2 cost, barrier blocker. Auto, when this card is played from your hand, choose up to 1 Saiyan card with 5,000 power or less in your opponent's battle area and gain control of it. It's cool because it's like the show how Raditz comes and kidnaps Gohan. Basically, you're doing the same thing. If your opponent has any 5k Saiyans, you can steal them with this card. I thought that this was for King Vegeta, for Young Invaders. You could play a Young Invader onto their side of the field, crit them, and then if they don't combo it away, you could use this to steal it back and then evolve your stuff onto it. But nobody's really playing King Vegeta anymore, but it would work in King Vegeta. You could do that. Just a thought, something I thought about. Then the other one is, looks like it's also maybe for that Brawly deck. Encounter, I haven't read this yet, and I didn't put it in my build. Encounter, 1 specified red. Look it up 7 cards from the top of your deck. Add up to 1 mono red Videl or Brawly card with energy cost of 4 or less among them to your hand, then shuffle your deck. Activate battle. Choose up to 1 of your opponent's cards, and it gets minus 10,000 power for the battle. Actually, that would work really good in the Brawly deck because it lets you search out your Brawlies and you don't have a lot of them. But I don't know. I think your 1-drop plays a 4-drop from your deck, so you kind of want to leave them in your deck. It does have an Activate Battle that you can do for free, but I don't know. Maybe I would skip on this card. And one more red promo. 0 cost, get that monster. Activate Battle. Limit 1. If your leader card is a red Shenron card, interesting. It's red Shenron support. What's that? Pilaf? Choose 1. Add up to 1 Dragon Ball card from your deck to your hand, then shuffle your deck. Add up to 1 red Desire card with an energy cost of 1 or 2 from your deck to your hand, then shuffle your deck. I think the red Shenron Wish card, this is a long time ago. It's like set 5. I'm pretty sure it was Pilaf, and maybe there's one other one. I think they did 2 for each color, Wish Leaders. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I'm pretty sure Pilaf was a red Shenron card, so support for that. That's interesting. Let's see if anybody's saying anything in the comment. Yeah, Pilaf support. Somebody said, Trey Faircloth said Pilaf support. Yep. Yeah, I was right. Alright, and that's that. Those are the special rares, the tournament packs, all the red cards for Saiyan Showdown. They've already started revealing the black cards. I'll give you a little preview right there. That's all I'm going to show you. They are revealing the black cards. Once they get all the black cards revealed and they move on to the next color, I will bring you a video talking about all black cards. Alright guys, let me know in the comment section what you think about those new red reveals from Saiyan Showdown. Let me know if you're going to play the Goten deck or the Brawly deck or none of them. Maybe you got something else in mind, or maybe you just want to see what else gets revealed. Please drop a like on the video. I know it was a long one, but we had to read through a lot of cards. And make sure you subscribe to the channel if you aren't subscribed already, and ring that bell so you know whenever I put out new videos. You can find me on Twitch TV/DragonBallJunkie for live gameplay of Dragonball Super Card Game, Mario Maker, Dying Light, lots of other games. Hopefully we'll get Kakarot on the Switch here pretty soon, because it just came out for the Switch, so we'll check that out. But that's it guys. Check out the videos I got playing over here, and as always, we will see you later. Peace.